Scores for Scotland. Roma Zheng stepping away. Stunning work from Bridger. What an individual score this is.
Talent aplenty has graced these great leagues, but now future stars are set to shine. Last season was the most thrilling to date, but now it's time for a new crop of talent to grace the field, and in this league, anything could happen. It's time to take your seat. The best leagues in the land are back.
Byfield with a back Super Rugby try for the ages.
And then was a white line seeking missile.
Look for score. Rise towards the line. Sensational score from Roma Zheng.
Wind into gear, drive to the line. And Cardiff are streaking across. Welcome back, everybody. Buck Super Rugby is back underway.
Well, welcome to Cyncoed, welcome to Rugby 1. It's not quite Wednesday night lights, but nonetheless, it is a quarter-final here for the women in the Women's National League. They take on Edinburgh, and it's going to be another brilliant occasion here at Rugby 1. Before we go any further, let's take a little look first at some of the highlights that we've had here at Cyncoed and around the grounds in Buck Super Rugby and beyond this year.
And they're having fun now.
Nice little kick and go.
Can he kick it again?
The crossfield pass.
Can Carrington get it?
He's in.
Carrington's
It's going to be a certain try.
Carrington. Joshua Carrington under the post for his second try of the game.
With a bit of pace, with a bit of time. Good offload.
There's an orthodox.
This is worked out for Cardiff Met. It's very unorthodox, but Steph Cribb's going to score.
Davis, lovely step. He's looking for support. Zheng's on his outside. Zheng has got it. Will Zheng get there? He will.
Yes.
What a score from Cardiff Met.
Oh, intercepted. Here we go. It's a foot race. You've got to back yourself from here. The man outside is Steph Davis. He's not quite quick enough to get there. Oh, but he is. He's got the pace. He's got the step. And Cardiff Met are under the posts.
One last chance now at this game as the clock is in the red. Now Captain Ewan Guy sees the ball. Captain Ewan Guy sees the ball. That's right! It's a try for Captain Ewan Guy. Captain fantastic. The line has never been better. Here at Cyncoed.
And now we see Roma Zheng down the wing. Roma Zheng away from his man. And Roma Zheng over the try line. He is inevitable.
Well, definitely plenty of highlights for everything Archer related so far in Bucks Super Rugby. And the man who joins me now is Porter Goodrum, one of the stars of the Cardiff Met side. Porter, it's an occasion here today, and you're a man that knows a lot about quarterfinals. You've got one coming up soon. But we had a little look there, some of the highlights of the year. Are there any tries that stand out for you this year? There's been a few.
I'd definitely say one that stands out to me was Josh Carrington in the first clash. That chip over from Steph Crimp.
We're having some problem with your mic.
Say the try that definitely stood out to me the most was Josh Carrington in the first Cardiff clash when Steph Crimp chipped it over and then sent one down into the corner. Josh just outpaced everyone and shushed the Cardiff Uni student section and then dotted it down right in the middle. It was too good.
Yeah, and as you said, I think that's one of the tries that stands out to me as well. It's been a whirlwind of a campaign. Buck Super Rugby always is, always competitive. But what a way to start this season. And I think you've come out of the blocks this season strongly and you've carried on that momentum. How important will that be now going into the next phase of Buck Super Rugby?
Oh, it's very, very important. I mean, the boys, we're all buzzing to get one back on Hartbury. We've not done too well against them this season, but fortunately we meet them in the quarterfinal away. But we're going to get after them. The boys are buzzing for it.
Yeah, and in terms of the feeling, you spoke about the boys being buzzing. What's preparation like in terms of going into a quarter-final? Is it just any other game, or is it a little bit more of an edge to it?
Well, I mean, it's knockout footy, so it's win or go home, and nobody wants to go home. The boys are very locked in. We've had training on Monday. gym this morning with the training session later in the day, one more on Friday, just really trying to get everything dialed in so that we're ready to go next Wednesday.
Yeah, and you've been doing brilliantly in Bucks Super Rugby, but there's been a real emphasis on the weekend action as well in the Championship. How great is it been to, push ahead and go for promotion? It's not quite there yet, but it's looking likely, isn't it?
Yeah, no, 100%. It's definitely something that all the boys leave and want to leave behind, is that legacy of who got promoted into the new Premiership that they're starting next season. But we're sitting at number 1 right now with a few games left to be played, so hopefully we can finish out the season strong and secure that promotion for next year.
Yeah, well, we had a brilliant week last week with a lot of Americans coming over from Bald State, and you're a man who lives with a lot of Americans here in Cardiff. You've turned it into a home from home, if you like, and we caught up with you last week, didn't we? And we'll have a little look now at what was said. And I'm sure there's a lovely shed in your garden, so I'm intrigued to see this. But here's Porter Goodrum and EC Cantrell when we caught up with them last week.
Oh my God, Porter!
Hey, see? Let's talk about when we first met.
Yeah. Well, we knew each other's name pretty much in middle school. He played rugby, but then we went to high school together.
We still never really talked.
Yeah.
In the senior year of high school.
Yeah, we were on the same rugby team. Like, I joined later than him, but we always trained together. But the girls and guys were still kind of separate. And then we came to Cardiff Met, and I just went up to him because I knew that they were the only rugby Americans that that were from where I was from. So I was like, might as well get to know him.
And then since then, I think we hung out every day, every other day.
So all along, we've just been friends.
So connected for so long.
Yeah.
Didn't realize it.
My sister told me that that's called an invisible string. Taylor Swift, she's a big Swiftie. Not, but she informed me of this after finding out about me and Porter.
Must be real.
Must be real. Swifties are always right, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, 2 of the real stars of rugby here at Cyncoed Campus, and for Archers as well. So let's turn our focus now to this game, a big quarter-final. You obviously live with one of the stars of this team, EC Cantrell. Talk to us, let us into the mind of EC Cantrell. What's it been like in this game? Is she up for it? She's always up for games like this, isn't she?
Oh, 100%. EC loves a big knockout fixture. She's so excited to be back from injury, so excited to be playing her final game here on Cyncoed Campus. It's a very special moment for her, and I've been talking to her. She scored a really nice try against him last season, so hopefully she can bust one of those out today again.
Yeah, and we hope so that this won't be her last game, but 3 potential games left in her Archer's career. How great would it be to go off on a real high?
Oh, that would be absolutely massive. I mean, Rugby 1 is a very, very special place, and to get to play here is just so unreal. Some boys never get to do it in their whole entire Met career, so playing games here is massive, and hopefully go out with a bang.
Yeah, well, you're a man who knows a lot about EC Cantrell, living with her, but we caught up and we mic'd her up doing a bit of action a couple of weeks ago. So let's take a little look into the mind of EC Cantrell and how she is one of the biggest performers here at Cyncoed Campus.
My name's EC Cantrell, and this is Mic'd Up. For me, girls, the preparation for the game start tonight. They don't start on Wednesday or when we get to the pitch, 2s and 1s players. You need to think about the game now, think about the plays, do whatever you need to do, relax tomorrow, stay hydrated, do what we need to do to get ready for the game, okay? Nice. Inside, inside, inside. Yay. Happy? Yeah. Okay, lovely. Okay. Hold, soft. Yep, yours, yours, yours. Yeah, it's mine, that's mine, that's me, that's me, that's me, that's me. I got. Sexy. Yeah, me. Where's Nia?
I don't know.
I haven't seen her. Is that Nia?
No, that's Kitty Bears.
Oh. Yeah. Everyone say hello.
Yo. What did the cheese say to herself in the mirror?
No, what?
Yeah, it is.
No, it's hello.
No. Hello, me.
Let's go. Come on, you sit down. It's like Mario Kart. Pad. Okay. Oh, it's this drill. Jeez. Find me. Give. I'm hot. Aim, die. Mess.
Yeah, well, it's always interesting to see what makes our athletes tick here at Cyncoed Campus. As someone who knows a lot about what goes on inside Cyncoed Campus is the SU president, Natalia. Natalia, thanks for joining me. You're obviously a part of Cardiff Met Women's Rugby Club as well. What an occasion for them.
Yeah, it's we're very lucky and we've worked really, really hard for this opportunity, especially to be on home turf as well. Nerves at bay today. We're hungry for it, especially off the back of that fantastic win against Durham last week, especially travel as well. It's not an easy travel to be involved with, but just hearing the girls behind me, the prep that we started this prep on Monday night, training here, switch on now, ECR captain, very switched on, and the ethic that she brings to the team, Lisa, Snowy, Vaughney, Lily, Morgan, everyone, they bring such a presence to this girls team, and today we're on the field proud.
Yeah, well, how great is it to have people like Lisa, people like Snowsill here to, seeing Danai Mugabe, working with Snowsill and Nyack, just doing some extra work. How great is it to have real, professionals around, and for the development of you as girls as well?
Yeah, certainly. So both Snowy and Lisa are capped for Wales, and the depth of the game that they bring, but also adaptability. We have girls that have never picked up a rugby ball before coming to Cardiff Met, and then girls who are in the Celtic Challenge on the developmental pathway. And being able to adapt our sessions, our drills to cater for everyone, it was a challenge. Having Lisa full-time in the women's programme has been made such a difference. She came to Met being on a part-time contract, juggling her life, family, and now full-time dedication. Not to say it's less of a challenge, because we all have needs and we are female athletes, but especially Snowy coming in, calm, collective always. She, draw back, what do you think of that, and a lot of reflection, both as a team and players, and that piece that she does with Danai, she picks out students, whether I see them in the hallway or in a rugby setting, she always takes her time to give feedback, and the effort is truly there.
Yeah, and you spoke a little bit about reflection, and at the end of this season, when you reflect on what will be hopefully a very, very successful season, what will the team look like next year? Have we got a lot of people going? Are there people to look out for? Are you going to be building around players like Danai Mugabe who will still be here next year?
So yeah, brilliant question. We were very fortunate with recruitment this season. So a lot of our first years and our freshers, fresh legs, international caps. So our recruitment for that has been amazing, and we fingers crossed for this new season coming. In terms of those who leave us, we will be left with a dent, but once an archer, always an archer. And people like Danai, they are engraved into this team, and they're similar to the girls that are leaving. They will be back, they will be supporting, and we know that. They've already said they're like, you can't get rid of us that easily. Danai brings work effort on and off the field. Academically, she's very on top of things. She's changed her course this year, but she knew that she wanted to do. She's very vibrant. If we took Danai away from the team, there'd be a gap for sure. But also on the pitch, she's always thinking, always on the go, and I think you can see that in her gameplay. But also personality-wise, you couldn't not like her.
Yeah, I love the fact you talked about the academic side as well, because it's really important to think that they are still students, and we will take a little closer look now at someone you mentioned there. She's been a whirlwind, a bit of a rocket in this team this year. She's brought a lot of energy. Let's take a little closer look at Danai Mugabe.
Firstly, thanks for joining me here. It's the home of rugby at Cardiff Met, the pitch of Rugby 1. But I was so stunned when you told me that you'd only been playing for 3 years. So it's incredible you've been able to acquire such a high level of skill in such a short time. Do you feel that it's come natural to you?
I feel like definitely when I play my best this season compared to last season, the difference is I'm just more confident. I don't have to think about what I'm doing. I can just make the space. I'm confident I'm going to make the tackle. So I think it's just definitely a mentality and mindset that makes a difference in someone's game.
Well, you're quite lucky at Cardiff Met. You get to have training and coaching from Lisa Newton and Ellen Snowsill. What experience is it to be trained and coached by them.
Yeah, both of them being ex-Welsh internationals, I think it's class because they've got knowledge that none of us will ever acquire unless we're at that stage in our rugby careers. And Lisa, you know, she's great with the forwards and great with the defence, and then now we've got Ellen Snowsill, who's amazing in attack, so pairing them two together, I think that's why we're doing so well this season.
And you also got the chance to play at Arms Park. What type of feeling was that?
That was unreal, like that felt like a proper, you know, international kind of vibe. Even without the crowd there, just walking into that stadium, you know, not everyone gets to play there. Able to be in those settings is just what drives you even more.
We're on the ground of Rugby 1 here at Cardiff Met, but right over there, behind us, I think the biggest hit that I've ever seen on this pitch. Yeah. I'd just like to show you a little bit of a video, just to refresh your memory.
I just come off the bench, you know, I was bouncing and I was just raring to get onto the pitch. So I didn't even ask for feedback on that hit. Lisa comes up to me and goes, you're very lucky, you need to lower your body height.
I asked you who your biggest inspiration is, and you said your mum.
Yeah, I mean, my mum, I've never met somebody with work ethic like my mum. Before we moved to the UK, we all grew up in Zimbabwe, my whole family. I was playing all these sports. My mum was working 3 jobs just to make sure she'd take me to all these sports. I think just seeing my mum work that hard, just seeing her willing to put all that sacrifice in for us.
She must be so proud as well to see your such quick development. You're doing so well in this sport.
Yeah.
So are you kind of playing for her as well?
Yeah, so she likes to come down to watch my game. You know, she was there at Cardiff Clash. Every time my parents were there, you know, I just immediately think I've got to put on a bit of a show.
Thank you so much for being here with me tonight, Mugabe.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, Danai Mugabe, another one of those players who'll be looking to make a real impact today. And remember, a quarter-final at Rugby 1. What an occasion. Cardiff Met against Edinburgh. Well, that's enough from me. Let's hear a little bit more about the lineups and what's to come as I throw up to our commentary partners, Rhys and Cam.
Diolch, Steph. Prenamdar, good afternoon and welcome to a slightly overcast Rugby 1 for this Women's National League Championship quarter-final clash between Cardiff Met and Edinburgh. The visitors make the long trip down from the Scottish capital, having finished 5th in the regular season, whilst the hosts finished close behind Loughborough and Exeter in 4th to set up today's match. Joining me to call this one is a man who's worked with the Welsh national organisations in both cycling and basketball in recent weeks, but today he'll be showing his encyclopedic rugby knowledge. It's Cameron Hitt. Hello.
How are we doing, Rhys? You okay?
Are you? What are you expecting from this one then, Cam?
I don't know. It's hard to know, isn't it? But it's win or go home. You know, it's what it's all about. This is what they've been working up to all season. Both sides, big quarter-final, semi-final at stake. You know, it doesn't get much bigger than this. But yeah, 2 really tough sides at different ends of the country. Yeah, it'll be exciting.
And obviously you've watched a lot of the women's rugby this season. Who are the players maybe you think we should look out for today?
I think definitely Sarah Singleton is the first name that springs to mind in scrum half. She really does dictate the play, you know, just straight from every ruck, keeps things moving, keeps them ticking. And they really have missed her over the last couple of months with her commitments with the Celtic Challenge. So, yeah, she's a big one. And obviously, Danai Mugabe on the wing as well. Obviously, an alternative position for her. Usually see her up the middle as a flanker. But, yeah, still excited to see what presence she'll bring on the wing today.
Yeah, she's got great pace and great power. So if they get the ball to her, this should be a dangerous proposition. Another one coming back today is EC Cantrell. She's just about to lead the team out. I can see her there just leading the girls out. So what are you expecting from her in her first game back for a long time after injury at Cyncoed?
I think power, pace and carries, yeah, just, you know what you get with her. You get effort. And I think more than anything, it's that mentality, it's the leadership she'll bring for all the other girls. She's obviously been a voice. She's a massive voice in the dressing room as the captain. And, yeah, they need her presence back on the pitch, not only from a performance point of view, but also just as a captain, just as a leader and a mentor.
Right, let's have a look at the teams then. And Lisa Newton makes 2 changes to the team that won 91-0 up in Durham last week. Rosie Carr comes in to join her twin Katie and Erica Kissinger in the front row. Hat-trick hero from last week, Katie Mackay joins Erin Jones in the Boiler House. The back row is unchanged and includes vice-captain Jess Rogers. In the back, Sarah Singleton, as we've mentioned, links up with her best mate Nicole Marlowe at halfback. Savannah Picton-Powell and captain E.C. Cantrell starting the centres, with the latter playing her final game at Cyncoed. The back three have pace, with Nia Grundy, Denai Mugabe and Amy Williams completing the 15. On the bench, Crab, Joyce and Thomas are the front row replacements. Maisie Davis will have experienced having trained with Wales recently. Hubbard, Craig and Owen and Brand complete the 23. As for the visitors, coach Claire Cruikshank makes 4 changes to the team that started the defeat against Exeter 11 days ago. One of those is hooker Isla Ronald, who comes into the squad today. She replaces Millie Whitehouse, who moves into centre due to a number of backs being on international duty with Scotland. The other changes to see Charlotte Fosbury come in blindside flanker, whilst Sarah McCormack and Emily Neal come in at wing and fullback. The stretch squad means that Edinburgh only name 6 on the bench, with Burke, Taylor and Egerton coming into the squad for this clash and looking to make an impact. Right, so we're almost ready for kick-off. I think we're just waiting for a ball. Your final thoughts, Cam, before we watch this match?
I'm ready for it, Reece. Completely ready for it. Yeah, I'm expecting high octane. You know, it's going to be high quality rugby, but you know, these two are absolutely desperate to make it to the semi-finals, and yeah, I think we're just going to see them give her absolute all. Some of these players may be playing their last ever game in Bucks rugby, so yeah, massive game for everyone. Should be a good event.
And we are underway. Nicole Marlowe sends the ball towards Edinburgh. We get the first chance to see their backs in action as Hannah Walker takes the contact. Good tackle there from Rosie Carr, wearing 16, but is the starting hooker today. Met looking to slow that ball down there at the breakdown. And good offload in there. Nice hands from Edinburgh early on. And Hannah Walker looking to work her way down the wing. Passes inside to McGinley, the co-captain. But it's great work at the breakdown from E.C. Cantrell, and Cardiff Met winning early turnover, Cam.
Yeah, brilliant there. They, you know, Edinburgh had them on the ropes a little bit, quick offload, looking to move quickly, but yeah, great recovery, tackle from Nia Grundy, and yeah, we talked about E.C. just before the game, and that's what she brings, you know, so effective within the breakdown.
Yeah, captain's contribution from the off there from E.C. Cantrell as Marlowe finds touch. And Rosie Carr, first set piece of the day, should be hoping for a good start.
Yeah, great to see them two back as well. The Carr twins, obviously, like many Met players, are having commitments with the Celtic Challenge. So, yeah, having them in the pack is such a boost for them, because we travelled up to Durham a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, you saw the impact they had.
Knocked on, and Edinburgh have regathered it. So the first line doesn't quite go right there for Met. Siobhan McGinley carrying again. She'll get through a lot of work today, the flanker. Met attacking that breakdown again, but not successful on this occasion. To McRae, she is one of the dangerous players for Edinburgh, being very impressive throughout the season. Good defence from Medjid, just holding Edinburgh where they are for now. Edinburgh happy to work through the phases. It's a great tackle from Sarah Singleton.
Real power there from Singleton.
She goes in again for another one. Siobhan McGinley tackles again. It's a really physical challenge on her by Rosie Carr, and the penalty is won. And Catherine Stewart absolutely loved that one, Cam.
Yeah, completely. Yeah, just holding them up, you know, not allowing Edinburgh to make any yards. You know, some really aggressive tackles, again from those veterans, Singleton and Cantrell, and yeah, eventually Edinburgh make the error, and yeah, Met are back in full swing.
Yeah, we see Edinburgh early on. I think they're quite happy to work through the phases. They're quite happy to keep the ball, not looking to kick. So it'll be interesting if that's the tactic that continues throughout the match.
Yeah, it's risky. You know, it's obviously especially with a shortened squad, can really expend your players. You know, going through the phases like that. So yeah, I don't know whether they'll persist with it, but yeah, it's good to see that they want to keep the ball on the floor though, and play some real free-flowing rugby.
Marlowe goes to touch. The cheer from the crowd suggests she finds it successfully, although we're slightly blindsided by the gantry here, so I'm not actually sure. So Carter feed then. It's in, it's loose, but it's gathered at the back by Met, but the referee has blown his whistle for a scrum. Not gone there at the line out. 2 line outs, not gone quite how the Met would have wanted so far, Cam.
Yeah, disappointing there. 2 advantageous positions of the lineouts we met, and yeah, 2 lineouts that just, you know, weren't clean, weren't proper. But maybe that's just growing pains within the game, and yeah, they'll clean up as we go on.
Well, they're missing probably, I'd say, their strongest hooker, Molly Reardon, who is with Wales. We'll be hoping to be involved against Scotland this weekend. So this is a little warm-up for Six Nations clash between the 2 countries, as Rhea Clark, one of the co-captains, feeds successfully there. It's a powerful carry in the midfield. First receiver there, Millie Whitehouse, the hooker playing centre. The Met again attacking the breakdown. And the referee's gone back for this penalty for offside there. Met penalised, being a bit too eager in their defence.
Yeah, very aggressive just from the start. The tackling is really showing the magnitude of this game, how aggressive they've been with it, and yeah, you can tell there's a really, really positive desperation about them. You know, they know this is it. This is what it's all about. This is win or go home. So yeah,
it's win or bust today, and that means we've got an exciting prospect in front of us ahead for this remaining 75. First chance to look at the Edinburgh line out then. Isla Ronald into the squad, be looking to get it right first time round, and does, despite the pressure by Erin Jones. Good tackle from Jess Rogers, back from injury recently. That pass looked forward, and the referee says it was, and the Met will have a scrum in a pretty good position.
Yeah, that new pack now that has come back with the Carr twins and Kissinger, they'll be looking to take advantage of this. And yeah, Edinburgh persisting with the continuous carries in the midfield. I think maybe they need to be looking to kick it, you know, get themselves out of trouble a little bit. It's yeah, they're very persistent.
Well, I'm not sure if that little one's going to remember this one, but they're getting the games in early, that's for sure.
Yeah, get them started young.
Singleton to field then. They've got options left and right. Marlowe's left, Amy Williams right. Singleton could go herself, so dangerous off the back of the scrum. Rogers into Singleton, goes wide to Nia Grundy to pick up, fumbled and regathered by Hannah Walker. Edinburgh regain the ball, a missed opportunity there for Met. Good carry from Fosbury. Again, Edinburgh. And let to go tight. There's a little snipe from Rhea Clark. Some good hands, and the ball finds its way to Walker again. She's seen a lot of the ball, the winger, early on. Now they do go to the boot through McRae. And that's gone straight out though. And the Met and Rosie Carr will get a third opportunity to feed.
Yeah, they've got to make sure this one's clean now. Just yeah, get the ball in play, get things moving. Both teams, yeah, making some unforced errors at the minute. I think that may be a pressure of the game situation, but yeah, Met keeping things within Edinburgh territory, so they'll certainly be the most positive out of the both sides.
Yeah, they'll be able to get this one right and hopefully get a platform to attack. Edinburgh being asked to move back by the referee, not happy with the position. Rosie Carr into Paige Jones. It's loose. And in the end, it was Rhea Clark who got her hands on it, but knocked it on. And again, the set piece just not quite going right for Cardiff Met. It's 10 minutes in and it's turned into a theme already.
Yeah, completely. Like you mentioned earlier, that miss of Molly Reardon is huge. I mean, it's great to see her get the opportunity with Wales, but I think, yeah, Met not completely benefiting from her being out of action.
But again, a scrum in a good area for them, so they've shown the scrum to be one of their strongest assets and a good weapon for them. So Referee not happy with that setup. It's a really good platform for Met this if this scrum goes well. The backs, Marlowe's eager for it. Singleton feeds. Free kick for an early shove there, so Singleton has the chance to tap and go. Slightly eager work here from Natasha Logan as well.
Yes.
Singleton does go quickly. It's a Katie Mackay. She got a hat-trick last week. Will she get on the score sheet again? We shall see. Paige Jones, that's a big hit on her though. Manages to get it off to Catherine Stewart, who takes the contact. Singleton. Into Jess Rogers, that's a good carry from her. Erica Kissinger now. Met working through the phases for the first time. Amy Williams with a dart, beats 2, beats 3, gets it up to Mugabe, and Mugabe scores.
What a try, Reese. A real injection of pace from Amy Williams there. Skip past 1, skip past 2, and then the quick offload to Mugabe to finish her off. And yeah, Met's persistent pressure finally pays off. And yeah, they've got their lead.
Yeah, the first real set of phases the Met work through there. And they work a lovely score in the corner for a woman we built up today, Denai Mugabe. And she delivers with just 10 minutes on the clock. So Amy Williams, she got a number of tries last week against Durham. She got a real taste for it at the moment. As you can see, a lovely handoff there. Great work, and probably could have gone herself, Cam. But fair play, unselfish work, and Denai Mugabe gets all the glory.
Yeah, very unselfish. You wouldn't see me passing her in that position, Reese. But yeah, no, outstanding from her. It's what the game needed slightly. You know, things were stalling, and yeah, Edinburgh were being very persistent defensively. So yeah, get the ball to the backs, add a bit of pace, and yeah, Cardiff Met have their breakthrough.
Marlowe looking to add the extras. Gives it a lot of welly. Just wide. Marlowe, a decent attempt there from a difficult angle. And Met have just 11 minutes in, a 5-0 lead.
Yeah, as far as the start goes, I think, yeah, obviously Met will be the happiest of the two with the lead. But yeah, I think what Met have got, you know, we'll be zoning in on now is Edinburgh's hesitance to kick. I mean, that's been a clear, the amount of times they've been in difficult situations and the kicks either haven't come or they've been to a poor standard. Met will be licking their lips at that because they can really cause a problem.
Savannah Picton-Powell picking up the pace. Got it off to Katie Carr, who unfortunately just fumbled it forward. Her sister there just giving her a bit of a clap of encouragement, telling her to keep going because there's a decent line from her, but yeah, not quite successful on this occasion. And Edinburgh will get a scrum just off the halfway line.
Yeah, a bit of twin telepathy there, knowing her sister needed a arm around the shoulder and yeah, just shrug her off. It's unlucky there, but a great breakaway from Savannah Picton-Powell.
She got her first Bucks try last week, so another one who in form will be hoping to add another one to her collection today. The scrum fairly solid from both. So loose pass into Abby Bruce, but she does well to claim it high above her head. Rhea Clark. Good work in defence. Samisi Cantrell. Edinburgh have gone backwards there. Clark resets and gives it to Siobhan McGinley. Good tackle from Katie Mackay. Hint offside there, so Mackay lets her go. Surprised the referee and the touch judge have not penalised her there.
Yeah, quite lucky there, I think.
And that's brilliant work at the breakdown from Mackay. And harsh on Edinburgh there. It's Katie Mackay who actually should have conceded a penalty probably about 10 seconds earlier. Wins a penalty for Met.
Yeah, hints of offside, but yeah, you've got to get away with one or two.
She's practically in Edinburgh this week, that far in front there.
Yeah, and, yeah, slightly overzealous. But yeah, no, it's again, Edinburgh must really feel quite hard done by with how this start's gone, because they've tried so hard to break through Met in the middle of the pitch, and they're getting absolutely nowhere at the minute. Met defensively is so persistent, especially that back line.
Well, Lisa Newton will be loving that defence from the girls so far, as it's in from Carr and she rumbles forward. And Met are rumbling towards the 5 metre line here. Sarah Singleton uses Jess Rogers. Little weave gets her past the first defender. Singleton again looks blind but goes back inside to Katie Carr. Katie Mackay finds an edge and gets towards the line. The Met are going to go tight here. It's dropped. Was it backwards? The referee says yes. Rosie Carr going sideways there. Good defence from Edinburgh. Katie Carr now. Mackay. Really tight for the Met here. Will Singleton look to use it wide. Oh, will deny Mugabe crash her way towards the line. She does, but it's brilliant defence there from Zoe Peart. Mackay up towards the line again. The Met are really close here. Mugabe. So close here. One more phase will do it. One more phase does do it. And it's Jess Rogers, the vice captain, who gets it over the line there.
Yeah, showing some leadership there, Rogers. Outstanding. Just just persistent from just biding their time till they found that gap. And like any good leader does, Jess Rogers seizes the gap, and Met 2-try lead, and things are looking very, very positive for the Welsh side now.
Yeah, it wasn't the most expansive set of phases for Met there, but they all count exactly the same.
Yeah, it's just sometimes it is a case of using your forwards and just battering things down. And we can see here they getting the ball to Carr and really just finding their way home, waiting for a gap, waiting for a lack of bodies. And they get in.
Watch that replay. I can confirm that Nicole Marlowe added the extras. As Rogers, it was a matter of a numbers game in the end, and Edinburgh ran out of numbers, and Jess Rogers picked that hole.
Yeah, this it's a really positive start for Met. I think we're already seeing. I mean, myself and we went up to the Loughborough game a couple of weeks back, and there were good signs, but you could really see, players like the Carr twins and Sarah Singleton was such a big miss. They really did lack leaders. They lack power, they lack pace, and that's all come back today in droves.
Well, Savannah picked the power, looked to get Met back on the front foot with a kick there. Unfortunately, off the side of her boot and straight out of play. So Edinburgh, for the first time in this match, have a chance in the Cardiff Met half.
Yeah, these opportunities have been few and far between for Edinburgh, so they've really got to seize this and get a good period of possession and really spend some time within Cardiff Met territory.
Well, they've got to get the set piece right first. Both teams have had some difficulty with the line out so far. Isla Ronald feeds over the head of her player. The referee signalling for a knock-on, so Met have got a bit of a chance to attack here as Katie Carr already getting through so much work, the prop. Marlowe goes to boot. Mugabe's chasing it. How's the bounce? Doesn't quite sit up for her on this occasion, as well covered by Sarah McCormack. But the ball has found its way back onto the Met side. Amy Williams now. Will she find a gap? Instead, she just goes right over the top of Siobhan McKinley.
What a hit, Reece. She's looked really, really sharp so far. So many, every time she gets the ball, she's off like a bolt.
Katie Mackay. Another one of those who got a number of tries last week. Rosie Carr. Wide. Amy Williams. She's really got the bit between her teeth. She looks really dangerous every time she gets the ball. As Katie Carr gets it again. She's getting through so much work. Singleton. Marlowe. Lovely pass into Rosie Carr. Hit of a turnover. Referee says yes. Good work at the breakdown from Charlotte Fosbury. And Edinburgh have regathered the ball, but again, promising signs from it there.
Yeah, I think that's got to be the key for them now, is to get the ball to those backs, because anytime Amy Williams and Danai Mugabe are on the ball, they're looking so threatening.
Yeah, it wasn't a brilliant kick, that. It's actually gone backwards, I think. So we've got to replay. It's a lovely ball inside. It's a lovely line actually from Rosie Carr, sorry, but she goes slightly on her own. And yeah, as soon as you do that, you always risk getting turned over. And Charlotte Fosbury, like any good flanker, saw the opportunity and took it.
Yeah, slightly isolated, but yeah, really good instincts from Fosbury to get there early and force the turnover.
Rhea Clark had to take the contact because the ball into her was slightly loose. McGinley, she's a really important carrier for this Edinburgh side. Bit of a character as well off the pitch, I understand. Clark being slowed down and meant to regather the ball through Erica Kissinger. The referee has blown his whistle. And signals for a penalty. Yeah, and I think it's the touch judge has given that one.
Sun creeping in now, Reece?
Yeah. Weirdly good day on Cyncoed Campus.
Much needed, man. Much needed. We really get a nice day for these Bucks occasions. So yeah, bit of sun is always welcome.
McRae kicks the touch right over the top of the gantry. We always have a bit of fear as that ball comes towards this zone, but
yeah, felt like we were in the splash zone slightly there.
Yeah,
got a bit lucky.
Luckily avoided us on this occasion.
Yeah.
So Edinburgh, chance to get their backs into the game. That's what they have to do, I think, because they've not really done that so far.
No, it's all been quite one-dimensional. Things have got to progress, but that'll be a real positive for them, that clean line out, because that's been a struggle for both sides so far.
McGinley, she acts the first carry again, but that's a brilliant turnover by the Met. It might be Jess Rogers under there. Got to try, and now got a turnover to her name as well as Keaton Mackay swerves in and out there. Marlowe. Oh, good feet from Marlowe as well. Playing with a bit of confidence now, they've got a bit of a lead, the Met. Mackay beats another defender. Singleton out to Katie Carr. Singleton goes left to Marlowe. Into Rosie Carr. Oh,
oof, real battle there.
Carr gets it away as well. Jess Rogers. White to Amy Williams, an injection of pace. Look to get the ball inside, but loose. Picked up by Singleton under pressure. Rosie Carr plays scrum half then, and Katie Mackay takes it up again. Met working through the phases here. Singleton, Marlowe, Erica Kissinger. Oh, brilliant clean out there from, I think it's Amy Williams again. As the ball is kicked through, Cantrell's after it. Pressure on Emily Neal, who just about manages to gather it, but that's a really good clean out. And Amy Williams has picked it up.
Great kick there, Reece. Really put the pressure on Edinburgh. Just tease in, and yeah, now they force their turnover.
Jess
and they're
Rogers.
back in business.
Singleton, Cantrell steps inside. Singleton, Amy Williams, they've got the numbers. Paige Jones, one more off to Nia Grundy. And the men have got a third in 23 minutes. And that was a lovely try.
They're absolutely running riot, Reece. Absolutely running riot. Completely all over Edinburgh, from the kicking game at the up front and with the backs now through Nia Grundy. And yeah, just been a perfect game so far for Met. Keeping the ball on the floor a lot. You know, Carr and the Carr twins, Kissinger.
Let's see, a good carry from Cantrell. Got them going forward again there. Singleton knew they had the numbers wide. Amy Williams, lovely pass. That's a brilliant line from Paige Jones. And Nia Grundy, they're like all good wingers to finish it off.
Yeah, really using the numbers advantage there.
Marlowe then looking to add 2 more to the Met score. You got a sense that they could enjoy themselves here, Cam?
Yeah, they're having fun out there, you can tell. And yeah, they're playing like their season depends on it, which it does, Reece. And yeah, you can really feel it.
Marlowe just skews it to the right of the upright there. And that means the score after 24 minutes is Cardiff Met 17, Edinburgh 0. In case you're just joining us, the Met have been rampant so far. Jess Rogers has got a try, as has Denai Mugabe after brilliant work from Amy Williams, and the most recent try there for the other winger, Nia Grundy, and the Met are up to 17. Into Picton Powell again. Don't think she'll kick this time. No, she carries well and sets up a good platform for Metcher. Jess Rogers finds an edge. Singleton up in the tempo. So good at that from scrum half. And she burst through a gap that seems wasn't even there. And Katie Carr's onto it. Katie Mackay. Picked up by Singleton. Slightly loose pass from Mackay there, but might get away with it. But that is a really good turnover for Milo Ronald. And the tap and go means that Edinburgh will go quickly through Ray Clark. It's a good tackle for Marlowe though. Savannah Picton Powell is on the ground here. Looks in a bit of discomfort as well. So the game is going to be stopped.
Yeah, not good scenes for Met. Picton Powell have been really strong so far, and yeah, unfortunate to see her go down with what looks like an injury on the right leg.
Yeah. So we got a replay of the penalty. Slightly loose pass from Mackay. Singleton. It's really good work actually for Milo Ronald there.
Yeah, that's one area where Edinburgh have been strong so far is just defensively they are persistent and they keep working, especially in the middle of the pitch. But yeah, there's only so long you can hold out when Met have got talent, such talent at their back. So
yeah,
they've got to find another way of pushing the issue and really putting Met under pressure.
It looks like a knee issue here, which obviously in women's rugby is quite a big issue, with a number of players coming off ACL injuries. It doesn't look too promising.
No, it's unfortunate, especially at this time of the season. I mean, you know, she would have this would have been such a massive occasion for her and the whole team. So yeah, really unfortunate.
So we got a slightly lower angle of the try here. You see, good work, as we said, from Cantrell. And then what do they do right here, Cam?
Yeah, they do think, you know, they use the extra man. They've obviously got the man advantage on that right side, and they just keep making the simple and positive pass. And yeah, it works out, just unselfish rugby, and yeah, really, really strong from Met. I think we've seen you, Reece, as well, what experience outside has done for some of these Met players. They look so invigorated. You know, a lot of these obviously playing in the Celtic Challenge over the last month. You know, some for Edinburgh, some for Met as well. But yeah, we've seen especially key performers so far, you know, like Sarah Singleton, Amy Williams, Mugabe, you know, all taking part in that. It's obviously been a massive platform for them.
No, I think it's been a really positive introduction to women's rugby. I don't know how they're going to work it into the calendar going forward, but I think in terms of development, I think the players will have benefited a lot from it. And I'm happy to report that I think Savannah Picton Powell is all right. So yeah, she's heavily strapped. So maybe discussing if they've got any replacements. There's ample talent on the bench if they want to use it. But no, Picton Powell looks all right, and you know, it's good to see that because we don't want to see anyone, especially, you know, a quarter-final game. We don't want to see anyone go off injured.
Yeah, she'll be desperate to stay on in any sort of quarter-final, but especially today, she's having so much joy out on the pitch, and yeah, hopefully she can get back out there.
Yeah, she's worked her way into the Britain Thunder team actually over the Celtic Challenge tournament as well. So They really developed this year, I think, as a rugby player.
Yeah, I mean, you see playing 4 sides like the Brighton Thunder, and you've obviously had players like Sean Harry's playing there recently. You know, working with players like that can only improve you. And yeah, we're seeing Met get their rewards for that experience today.
As Edinburgh are on the offensive here. It's a good tackle from Cantrell, though. So aggressive. It's a really good turnover.
Excellent. Met have just been absolutely outstanding at the breakdown all day. Just really persistent, keep finding ways to get the ball back, and yeah, Edinburgh really have to clean things up. Otherwise, this is going to be a pretty dismal day for them.
No, good work from Denai Mugabe there, actually, over the breakdown. Or at the breakdown, I should say. Over the ball. But yeah, showing her flankers' roots there at wing. It shows the benefit of having multiple flankers on the pitch, really.
It certainly is, having a player as, versatile as her, who obviously usually plays her trade in the middle of the pitch. To go out wide, you get her pace, her power, and her abilities in attack, but you also do get that real ability within the breakdown, and she shows it there.
Yeah, they've had no joy on the right-hand side, or their right-hand side, Edinburgh. Met's left, and that probably is because of the defensive capabilities of Mugabe. You don't want to run at her, really.
Not in the slightest.
As Marlowe skews that one, and that's not going to make touch. It's well kept in by Edinburgh, and they'll look to get this ball clear. It's a good handoff, actually.
Yeah, good distance on the kick from Marlowe, just not quite left enough. But another turnover. Met are absolutely rampant in the breakdown at the minute.
Jess Rogers as well, and a yellow. A yellow card for... Well, it was Hannah Walker. I don't know whether that was back chat, maybe. The ref just had enough of that.
Yeah, a little bit of discipline issues, I think. They're quite... obviously a lot of frustration out there for Edinburgh. And yeah, this game's slowly fading away from them. So yeah, possible dissent there.
Well, yeah, we'll have a look on a replay in a minute, I'm sure, about that one. But anyway, we have got a player advantage here, and they look to use it. But the referee has blown. Just accuracy from Met there, let them down, and Edinburgh survive. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what went on there, because yes, I mean, it's a bit of a maybe dangerous handoff, possibly. But we'll have a look to see if there's any. Does anything said here by Hannah Walker? No, I think that must be the handoff.
I think it must have been a handoff. Yeah,
dangerous handoff.
There. Yeah, quite a late decision as well. Quite a bit
I don't
after
know
the handoff.
The touch judge maybe got involved there.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe a little bit harsh.
Yeah, a penalty would have sufficed there, I think. But it's gone now.
Yeah,
and,
insult to injury, I think, for Edinburgh there.
Yeah,
and yeah, Met have had a near perfect performance, but if there's one area where they do need to clear things up, it is this line out. Another unforced error there. So yeah, this is the one area that things need to improve going forward.
Out into the midfield, and Millie Whitehouse takes it into the contact. Oh, it's stolen by Rosie Carr, and Met are suddenly back on the attack again.
She's been absolutely everywhere today, Rosie Carr, popping up in all areas, and yeah, it's such a thorn in their side.
Tip off from Jess Rogers, and Catherine Stewart gets Met moving forward again. Katie Mackay, lovely tip off into Cantrell. Cantrell up to within about 3 meters. Ball is it stolen? No. Still back on Met's side. It's wide, they got numbers. And it's Catherine Stewart who finishes it off. And the Met are running riot at Cyncoed Campus.
Yeah, that numbers advantage paying big dividends there. Just moving through the phases and then finding the gap on that left side, and yeah, Catherine Stewart has the easy job of walking it over the line.
Well, obviously Rosie Carr and Katie Carr, they look alike. They are twins, but I mean, it seems to be about 4 of them out there.
Yeah, I know, they are absolutely everywhere. It must be quite nauseating for Edinburgh. Just yeah,
every time they work out, there's somebody who looks vaguely like Rosie Carr or Katie Carr.
Yeah, one of the cars would be enough, let alone 2, and yeah, Edinburgh must be really struggling with them.
Yeah, just a simple number game. Good hands from actually Katie Carr there. Tips it on. Catherine Stewart has the slightly easy job of just straightening it up, and yeah, it's a pretty easy looking score in the end for the Met, and yeah, having fun in the sun. Marlowe could strike that, but no accurate on this occasion, and that means the score after 34 minutes, just about coming up to, is Cardiff Met 22, Edinburgh 0.
It's just that unselfish rugby again, though, Reece. Just like you say, moving through the phases, keep making the simple pass, keep making that extra pass. And yeah, Met have just got their rewards, but they've just been far more disciplined than Edinburgh. They've been stronger in the kicking game, and yeah, they're making this look easy at the minute.
It's Cantrell. No chance of her kicking it. Kick through the ball, and Cantrell's in. Cantrell is through. And this is going to be a try for Reece Cantrell. Edinburgh caught sleeping, and Captain America gets the score.
What a moment, Reece. Captain America on potentially her last game ever at Cyncoed. And yeah, she's from the halfway line, running in on her own. That was a moment. That felt like a movie.
Yeah.
You know, like the final scene.
Yeah, sort of Chariots of Fire or something.
Yeah, it was excellent. Her running in on her own. Her sisters in arms, Sarah and Singleton, and Paige Jones running behind her. Absolutely outstanding. What a moment for Met. What a moment for her.
That's rugby IQ there from Reece Cantrell. Let go of the ball, pick it back up, and then you can restart the phase, get yourself back on your feet. And Marlowe adds the extras, and that means the score is 29-0. But yeah, so pleased for her. She's had such a difficult season with injury. Been out for so long. This is her first game back since October. So yeah, to score there, such a good moment. But yeah, just simple rugby IQ in Edinburgh. They were looking to cover wide. They didn't have to. They should have covered the ruck, really. And yeah, so running in the end.
Yeah, you're not stopping her when she's at full pelt as well, the pace she possesses. So, yeah, I mean, we've recently had Ball State coming over, covering her story of her American household, her in Port Goodrum, who we spoke to before the game. But yeah, that would have been a great end scene for the documentary, her running home. But yeah, excited to see that as well.
Kick to her again. Is that a mistake?
Yeah, I'd be avoiding kicking to her at absolutely all costs, Reece.
Jess Rogers. Good tackle on her, actually. Rhea Clark. Marlowe. Lovely pass into Katie Mackay. She beats the first player, beats the second player, and Mackay is off. Singleton. There are numbers here. Picton Powell. Amy Williams. Mugabe's on her outside. She goes to the kick instead. Will Amy Williams pick it up? Oh, she will, you know. And Amy Williams gets over. And it's try after try after try for Metche.
That is a misery compiler. They are absolutely over the moon with a, yeah, just an absolutely outstanding kick there in the air. Amy Williams, we've said it from the start, she has been off it from minute go, just completely causing Edinburgh headache after headache, and yeah, showing that pace. Absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, really good work. Lovely pass here from Picton Powell. Drew the player in, played the pass at exactly the right point, and maybe the pass was on, but fair play to Amy Williams. Saw the space, knew obviously the player advantage would mean there was space in the backfield. It's a lovely kick. The bounce is good, and the try is scored. And Met are, well, I've already used running riot, but it feels very apt now.
Yeah, it is very apt indeed. Yeah, the loss of Hannah Walker for Edinburgh really has soured things even more, because you know they were struggling in the areas with the backs anyway, and just losing an extra body out there, we've really seen the results of that.
Marlowe kicks, but again not successful. She's had plenty of practice so far, which is probably credit to the Met that they've scored so many tries.
Yeah, the man with the tees having a workout today, really covered some steps, bringing that on and off.
Yeah, some Met men's rugby involvement in the crowd there. Alan Williams, he doesn't look too happy, but I'm sure he's smiling inside.
I'd like to think so. I mean, there's been a lot to be happy about so far from this Met team.
That's Rosie Carr. He's tackled there. And the Edinburgh penalised discipline again from Edinburgh. They're not rolling away, and Sarah Singleton gets Met going again. loose, but Singleton will pick up. Goes herself. Referee's got his hand out. Just a knock-on advantage at the moment. Katie Mackay. Always seems to make ground, Katie Mackay. Singleton. Marlowe. It's a lovely ball. It's on. What a... Wow. Rosie Carr, that was a heck of a take.
Yeah,
One hand.
Great play there. We see the injection of pace that Singleton's bringing you. Just every single breakdown, straight in, straight off. And yeah, Met are not looking to sort of slow down in any way here. They're really, really forcing the issue and putting Edinburgh under the cosh.
Cantrell into the contact. Marlowe to Mugabe off her wing there. But it's a really good turnover actually from Ida Ronald again. She's been really good over the breakdown actually for Edinburgh. One of their few bright points in this first half there. Ability over the breakdown, or at the breakdown. As a Rosie Carr just struggling back to her feet there, maybe feeling the effects of her work in the first half possibly. Good tackling for Met again though. Edinburgh just can't get out here.
Yeah, they've got to find a way of just getting through this Met line, even if that means turning to kick in.
As you say it though, it's lovely work from guess who?
Who else? Absolutely everywhere all day. She has been just a constant thorn in Edinburgh's side. But this is the issue they're having. They're persistent, trying to go through the phases. It's not working. Met are too strong, Met are too quick, and yeah, they've got to alternate because this is just inevitable at the minute. Really.
Yeah. Well, Met have actually been speaking about having a wild dog mentality over the last few weeks. So they hunted a pack, but they all have their individual sort of unique traits. And I think that's probably the best way of summing up this first half. Just the wild dogs.
Yeah.
They've let them loose.
Completely. Yeah, working as a pack, like you say.
And this is a pack, yeah, and here we go. As the Met rumble forward.
Yeah, that maul is moving.
Singleton will take this ball though. Feeds Picton Powell. Good carry from her. Gets over the 5 metre line. Helped out by Mugabe and Cantrell. Katie Carr. Another powerful carry from her. And Katie Carr is penalised. I was going to say she scored, but no, she's penalised and Edinburgh are off. Siobhan McGinley and referee's got his hand out. Advantage is coming, but it's good work down the wing. Picked up by Singleton, but the referee will go back for the penalty.
Yeah, if anyone deserved a try, it was Katie Carr. Quite unlucky there. But yeah, Edinburgh having a rare moment of success there inside the 22 with the defence.
Into touch by Lucia McRae, and I think, to be honest, I think we're on the 40-minute mark here. I think Edinburgh were quite happy just to reset. You know, clearly they won't want the ball to go out, but I think they wouldn't be too fussed if it did.
Yeah, I think, you know, the game's it's fallen away from them realistically, but this is about making it respectable, and this is about finding success. I mean, the lack of territory they've had in Met's half is worrying. So that's just got to be something to change and make this a competitive. You know, so there's some of these girls' last games, so they really do need to show themselves up in the second half.
Good work there from Siobhan McGinley initially, and then a good carry from Hannah Walker. Probably been one of the other bright spots of Edinburgh's first half. She's carried well, I think. Paige Jones just slowed the ball down there. McGinley, another one of the probably brighter Edinburgh players. Singleton takes on the prop, Hannah McMahon, and brings her down. Of course she does. Singleton will actually be penalised there for offside. Referee playing advantage though. Continuing to play Edinburgh. Slow ball. Aggressive from Katie Carr, rips it in the tackle. But fell back onto the Edinburgh side as they look to go wide here. What a brilliant tackle from Cantrell. Just when you thought that Millie Whitehouse was getting away from her, scythed her down. Puts in Powell over the ball here. Doesn't get to it on this occasion. So good line there. That's really good from Katie Carr. She was legal. However, the referee has gone back for a penalty.
Yeah, tough break for Met there, but yeah, just again keeping them at bay, just not be able to make absolutely any yards, Edinburgh. So yeah, they've got a penalty here, but Met will be really, really happy about their mentality and how defensively solid they've been all day.
So Edinburgh with a chance to get one last attack possibly in this first half. So Isla Ronald to feed. She's been another one of the bright points, her breakdown work, and that's a clever one from Isla Ronald. Poppy Fletcher. Singleton looking to wrestle her to the ground. So aggressive for a scrum half, Singleton. Really gets involved in the tackle, but that's a good little tip off. And that's Zoe Pyatt who carries it into touch there. And that is that in the first half. And Cardiff Met. Well, I don't know what Lisa Newton's going to say other than, yeah, same again, please.
yeah, more of that, please. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you mentioned the wild dog mentality. That's what we've seen throughout that full 40 minutes. Just constant pressure. Work, and yeah, unselfish rugby.
So here are the highlights of a scintillating Cardiff Met performance. Amy Williams, lovely dart from her. Ty McGarvey, not sure about that finish.
Yeah, bit of a celebration. Yeah, I like it. Bit of flair there.
And then this was Jess Rogers. Slightly less glamorous finish than Denai McGarvey. Oh.
Yeah, sometimes they matter more though. And certainly for the forwards, it's been a persistent been a theme of the half. Met just pounding them in those areas.
And then this was some good work to work the ball wide. Lovely angle from Paige Jones, and then a great offload. Nia Grundy gets her try. And then at this point, I think that's where the first half really did shift. The momentum really did shift there with that yellow card for that. We believe it was that handoff there by Hannah Walker.
Yeah, that was really where things went from bad to worse for Edinburgh, because the gap that she left on that wing, Met took clear advantage, and you saw with Catherine Stewart's try there, and we'll see her with this this great moment. What a day for her.
Yeah, Chariots of Fire.
Chariots of Fire indeed, Captain America. Yeah. Superb.
All the film references.
All the films.
What a half from Cardiff Met. So now we're going to throw you back down to Steph and Leonard. Steph.
Yeah, what a first half here at Rugby 1. Another exciting occasion. But we're going to shift our focus for a minute from rugby to cricket. Cardiff Met Cricket will be making the trip to Sri Lanka as they go out there to try and indulge in a bit of the culture and to play some cricket out there. And a man that's very close to cricket and here in general at Cardiff Met, Alan Wilkins, we caught up with him last week, and he has recently been appointed the president of Glamorgan Cricket, and as I said, a close friend of ours. So let's hear a little bit from Alan Wilkins.
I'm very envious of you going to Sri Lanka. It's the most beautiful part of the world. It'll be warm, and it's a far cry from these shores right now. So I think you're going at a great time of year, and you'll be received royally. You're going to experience vastly different conditions than you would here. All through the summer here, you'll play in grey skies. Yes, you'll have a short summer, but there it is can be oppressively hot. You'll have high humidity, but you'll be playing on pitches which you will not see here. So you'll have to come to terms with playing on those pitches. And what it does, it rounds off your cricket education for the men and for the females playing on this tour. You'll have to learn fast, because if you don't there, they have such quality and depth at whatever level of cricket you'll be playing that they'll get at you. So you be prepared for very competitive cricket, played fairly. they are a fantastically proud cricket nation, but they will be at you knowing that Cardiff Met are the champions of this country. So be prepared, it'll be tough. You go there, and whether you go to Kandy or whether you're in Hambantota or Colombo or Gaul, Jaffna, everywhere's different. Everywhere's different, but their common goal is to be, in terms of cricket, a good cricketer. And that's what makes them competitive. And going to Sri Lanka, you know that, we always say, oh, India is a cricket mad country. They're no more mad about cricket than they are in Sri Lanka, as they are in Bangladesh, in Pakistan, India, Nepal. So Sri Lanka has this huge belief that if you do well at cricket, you can do well in life. And they pay great store in an academic background as well. So they do ally cricket with an academic career, which is why you've got these fantastic schools all across the land, and the alumni from those schools, Sangakkara, Jayawardena, all of them have come from great educational establishments where they've had a great academic career and a great cricket career.
Yeah, Alan Wilkins giving us a snippet and a sneak peek of what the Cardiff Met cricketers will be experiencing out in Sri Lanka. And I'm pleased to say that I'm joined now by Head of Cricket, Gethin Smart. What an experience it will be to go out to Sri Lanka. Talk us through why you're going out there and how it came about.
Yeah, no problem at all. So it came about through a relationship that we have with the university's global team. We were looking to kind of enhance the offer that Cardiff Met has within the kind of the world standings, and they said that they could look at taking us abroad, or would be interested in going abroad. Having never toured before, we've not even toured in a situation where we've been local, so this was quite a big deal and a big jump for us. And then kind of Sri Lanka came a part of it, which was great, because having lived in Sri Lanka myself as a younger man and worked out there a little bit, it was something that kind of really was perfect for us.
Yeah, and in terms of the experience, it's going to be great from a cricketing point of view. But there's a deeper kind of connection out there. Talk us through the charity work and how important is that to you? I know it is very important.
Yeah, it's vital for me. Something that I'm incredibly proud of that I did when I was a younger man, and then obviously being in a position now where we can push that on to the students and give them that opportunity. So we've got a mix of working with the Foundation of Goodness and also playing cricket games against ICBT, which are one of our partner institutions.
Yeah, and let's go back to the cricket here now at Cardiff Met. That's the important bit, isn't it, here? Successful last year in the outdoor series, and then runners-up this year in the indoor. What's the next step? What's to come? What's the team looking like? Because at this point of the season, for a lot of the teams, there's a lot of change. Is that the same in the cricket?
Yeah. So our season starts in a month's time. So we're really still in that transitional phase. Yeah, we won Bucks last year as a first team, which was excellent for us. Women's team were really strong last year, losing out the semi-final to Loughborough. And then, the indoor season's been a good one for us. So men's first and seconds, both medalists. We're looking forward to it. It's a good way coming.
Yeah, and then let's talk a little bit about the fact that the women are going with the men. I know that it's something that's normalised here at Cardiff Met, one team, one ethos. But how great is that?
Oh, it's vital. We as Cardiff Met are a joint team. We are a men's and women's team under the same structures, no separation. We are called the same thing. It was vital for us not to just take what would be perceived as our male sport out there. We have a very strong women's programme here at Cardiff Met. They've won us gold medals in the past. They've won us plenty of different Bucks medals. It was important that we made this a part of something for everybody.
Well, Gethin, thanks for joining me. I could stand here and talk cricket all day, but fortunately, the game has started. It's a much shorter half-time than we thought, so that's enough from me. I'll send you back up to Rhys and Cam for the second half.
Well, you would join us as Edinburgh have possibly their first opportunity in the Met 22 of the whole game.
Yeah, it's a bright start to the half, but yeah, great to hear from Gethin there about cricket and everything going on at Met, the Sri Lanka trip. Really exciting. Line-out was one of the only real positives for Edinburgh in that first half, so yeah, they'll be looking to continue that year.
So Isla Ronald looking to feed in McPherson. Takes, and Edinburgh have the chance here. It was almost a good offload, but go back for An Edinburgh penalty and a yellow card. A yellow card early in the second half for Met flanker Paige Jones. Referee's not shy with his card.
No, really leading with an iron fist. It's that's a really really difficult decision for Met to take there, because such a clean first half, such a just tidy game, tidy performance, and to make errors like that and go a man down, that's a real shame for them.
We've got a couple of players down for Met, which means we've got a break. One of those is Katie Mackay, who is playing her final game at Cyncoed Campus. She's done really well though, I think, today, and done really well for Met this season as well, being a real leader from second row. She's got a lot of tries. There's a real threat with ball in hand, and they're going to miss her greatly when she leaves. Yeah,
there's a fair few obviously playing their last games today, and that's what we've seen all year, but today especially is leadership throughout. You've got the names that have come to your mind instantly, like EC obviously being the captain and Serin, but this, like you mentioned earlier, the Wolfpack mentality, this squad's full of leaders, and big day for a lot of them.
Yeah, Singleton and Marlowe in their final years, but I believe they're staying on to do PGCE, so whether they are involved next year, we shall see. But if they do leave, then Met are going to have a real headache. Lucy Newton's going to have a real headache trying to replace them, because they are pretty good half-back partnership at this point.
Yeah, quite well established this season. Obviously, great friends in real life, and it translates to the pitch as well. But that would be a real gap if they were to, depart. But they've certainly got some in the pipeline as well. You see Isla Craig on the bench. She's been playing scrum half at times, coming off an injury earlier on in the season. So there's real potential all the way through the ranks with the second team and certain freshers, and I'm sure we'll see some recruitment over the summer as well with a new crop of players next season. So exciting times for Met, and it's been a real improvement this season on last year. There's a lot to be excited about for the university.
Well, if that is to be Katie Mackay's last contribution at Cyncoed Campus, then she served Cardiff Met very well. Maisie Davis on, one of those who has Wales experience, just trained with the squad recently, so the quality doesn't stop on the bench.
Yeah, it's not a bad replacement, is it, Reece? Someone who's spent time within the Wales setup over the last couple of weeks, following in the footsteps of other Met alumni, Sinead Harries, Cleaky George. It's a great platform, and she'll have benefited massively from that experience. And I think you can expect what we've seen all day, and real pace and real ability in the breakdown from her for the remainder of this game.
Well, Nicole Marlowe's got a new look. Wearing a bandage now, although I think she's off as well. Amwyn Owen seems to be the one chosen from the bench. But the Met with their new sort of WRU alignment, I think they'll really bring the standards up again now over the next few years. I think the players who are playing their final game can be actually really proud of what they've done for the system and how they've helped the women's rugby programme here develop now, because every year we're seeing improvements, and I think they can be really happy with what they've done for the programme, and I think I'm really proud of their contribution to women's rugby at Cardiff Met.
It's come on leaps and bounds just within the 3 or 4 years that each of these players would have been here, and I'm sure we'll see continued growth going forward. So just such exciting times, and there's a lot to thank for Lisa Newton and Eleanor Snowsill for really just having such a great coaching platform for these girls.
As we just wait for a ball, Hannah Walker burst up the bank there to try and get one. Looked really keen to get on with it. Obviously Edinburgh put it way down, so really hurry to get on with it here. But Ida Ronald will feed. What can Edinburgh do from here if they get it right? Chance for first score of the game is in successfully to Rowan McPherson. Edinburgh looking to get the shove on, but it's out into the midfield, into Lucy McRae. That's brilliant work from Amy Williams at the breakdown. And the turnover comes, and more frustration you sense for Edinburgh. They're in a really good position, and yet their score stays at 0.
Yeah, they had the numbers advantage, line out in a great spot, and not able to get any sort of score from it. But that just is a microcosm of what Met's day has been. It's just been persistent. It's been stingy defensively, and Edinburgh found it really tough. And Amy Williams epitomising that.
Yeah, good kick from Amy Williams to touch as well. She had her caps actually at Wales under 17s level in rugby. So, not rugby. Of course she did. Football, I mean.
Close enough. Yeah, showing her footballing ability there.
So, as that line out is not straight. And the opportunity now for Edinburgh to get another crack at this Cardiff Met defence.
Yeah, it must be tough for Rosie Carr, to be fair, normally lining up at prop. Obviously, making the change to hook out. Obviously, one of the big attributes you do need is a good line out. And yeah, it's not an easy skill. And she's had struggles today. But I think her overall performance will certainly make up for it.
Well, I think they've actually taken one of the car spins off, because I can see replacement Joyce in there, Emily Joyce. Free kick, early shove from Edinburgh. Yet again, they're actually just letting them down. And just as that score stays at 0, the more frustrated they'll be. But Sarah Singleton is off. Maisie Davis, her first contribution is to get Met over the halfway line. Singleton. It's a good kick through from Savannah Picton-Powell, but it's picked up well by someone we've seen little of, Sarah McCormack.
Yeah, great recovery from McCormack there.
By Amy Williams again. Erin Jones. It's another turnover. There's turnovers all over the place here. It's like, we'll win for you. You got a turnover. You got a turnover.
Great reference.
Sarah Singleton looking to hold this ball up. I think the more we call Mugabe's in there as well. As is Erin Jones. The ball in the end is lost. And you got to say, she gets her a heck of a lot of defensive work, Sarah Singleton.
Yeah, the intensity from Met really hasn't wavered in the second half. You know, it's very easy with a 34-point lead to take your foot off the gas, but they've done anything but, and make it Edinburgh's day even more miserable with the turnover there.
Well, at least they've only got a short trip home.
Yeah, not too far.
Yeah, it's only about...
How many miles?
Oh, hang on. I did write it down.
Go on.
This is a 782-mile round trip.
Yeah, nice. That is salt in the wounds.
Yeah.
Nice flight home, probably, though.
But I don't know if they are flying home, because they seem to got the coach down today. So
yeah, that's speculation. Sorry. But that's a tough trip. Some nice services, though, on the way. Lee Delamere.
Yeah, you get them all the way to Edinburgh. Got Marlowe. The bandage on there. Yeah. Is she watching Cardiff Met Sport TV, I wonder?
Ideally. I mean, you know, that's what we're here for, Reece.
Sarah Singleton into Mugabe. Looking to burst down that wing, although it's a good tackle on her by Charlotte Forsberry. Emily Joyce. Singleton, there's space on the blind side, but Singleton makes the wrong decision there to kick. Although that's good pressure from Cantrell. Might get done with a little bit there, and I don't know, possibly a deliberate knock on, but there's a boot gets thrown away there. That's the most sports.
Yeah, I like it though. Any advantage.
And that's wide to Emily Neal. Good defence from Met though to cover that space. Edinburgh into the midfield. Singleton tackles again. Abby Bruce. Edinburgh looking to work the phase. There was crossing there, but the referee has gone back for what I think is an offside yet. And yeah, wasn't happy with the quick tap and go here.
Yeah, slowing things down the
Yeah, just
referee.
more
Very
frustration.
today.
Yeah, more frustration for Edinburgh. They wanted to go quickly. They want to get on with it, and
yeah,
referee blows up.
Well, this is a key 10 minutes for them. They've lasted well, and they've certainly been far more positive than they were in the first half. But Met are down to 14, and yeah, if they want to make this slightly more respectable, they've really got to take advantage of this man advantage.
Another replacement coming on for Cardiff Met, on for Edinburgh actually. As Katie Carr makes her way off. How do you assess her performance today?
Yeah, I think she can be very proud of what she's provided for Met. You know, just really has just constantly pushed the issue and kept the ball moving. And yeah, she's just been a battering ram absolutely all day long.
Hannah McMahon off for Edinburgh. They make one of their only 6 replacements. You do worry for them if they might tire without the extra 2 on the bench.
Yeah, it's a big advantage. I mean, you know, we've seen there ever good Katie Carr is playing. She's obviously come off now. You know, Met wanting those fresh legs on. It's such a part of modern rugby. So yeah, as we can see them there, awaiting their their turn. Think they want to come on, Reece?
Well, you can't do any worse.
No, of course.
When your score's at 0, all you can do is build it. So.
No, certainly, and that's one of the advantages. Obviously, being a substitute, you can identify issues and come on and make a difference. And again, it may be some of their last games. They're certainly their last game of the season if they go out today. So yeah, they'll want to play their part.
And Sarah Singleton on screen there. Such a workhorse. I mean, that's not really a word used for scrum half normally, but she is. She's more like a flanker playing scrum half than anything. She gets through so many tackles and so physical and aggressive, but she's such a good attacking asset for Met as well.
Yeah, it's the pace and the engine that I think separates her from other scrum halves at the level. She, you know, just keeps things ticking, keeps Met moving, and keeping them on the front foot. And it's important with any scrum half. But yeah, she's a real stalwart in this team, and I'm sure she's one of the first names on the team sheet every week.
Well, her quality has actually meant that she's missed quite a few games, obviously, because she was away with the U7s in Dubai, living it up. And
yeah, lucky for herself.
And yeah, bit more than this. But she was obviously away with Bith and Thunder as well, doing the Celtic Challenge, and you know, I wouldn't bet against her being within the Wales setup in a couple of years. The quality she possesses.
Not 100%. I think, yeah, I'd hedge my bets on that. Yeah, just really, just, you know, again, that wealth of experience just pays so much dividends, and we see the performance, you know, translate in years. You know, you've had Sevens experience, that's experience with, you know, squads like the Brighton Thunder in the Wales setup. It'll only be a positive impact on a player. As
Siobhan McGinley carries well again. Good first receive from McGinley. Clark out into Bruce, who plays a little pop pass and gets the ball back. It's a good pass inside to Hannah Walker off her wing, looking for work. Placement Hannah Walton there, her first impact on the game. Abby Bruce takes the contact. Emily Joyce was over it. Hannah Walker looking to take a couple of leaves out of EC Cantrell's book there with a pick and go. It's into Siobhan McGinley. Again runs a hard line. And the referee has gone back for a penalty. Edinburgh will be looking to get a score while they still have this player advantage. Just for a knock on though, actually, not a penalty. So yeah, scrum a first chance for some of these forwards. New front row obviously now for Met. Most likely change front row. I think Erica Kissinger's actually gone in to play hooker. So yeah, first chance for.
Yeah, they found a way to slow the Met train down in the second half, which I think will be the main positive. And territory was a real issue in the first half, you know, playing within their own 22 for large portions of it. So yeah, they'll be happy with being on the front foot far more in the second half.
The scrum is going to need a reset. So, yeah, just a bit of a lull here.
He knows what he wants, this referee. He really is leading with an assertive tone. I like it.
Yeah, he takes no messing.
But yeah, it's played a key part today, the scrum. Met have been really strong in those areas. And yeah, we see with a refreshed pack coming on now with the Car Twins making way. We'll hopefully see that continue format.
So, the scrum is in. Referee happier with it this time. And it's into Abby Clark. Clark, little wrap round. They get the ball wide. Into the hands of Hannah Walker. She beats Nia Grundy, beats Savannah Victon-Powell, but crucially doesn't beat the touchline. And another opportunity goes awry for Edinburgh.
Yeah, good breakaway there from Hannah Walker. And yeah, really showing her pace on that wing. And again, more positive signs for Edinburgh, but this Met defence is resolute, to say the least. So yeah, they're going to need a real moment of inspiration to find a way through them.
Well, Met are back up to their full complement. Paige Jones back on, and Caitlin Hubbart's on. It's the end of the game for Erin Jones. She's been quite impressive, actually, in the boiler house. Got through a lot of work, like all those Met forwards, as Emily Joyce picks up. Hands it off to Maisie Davis. It's a great carry from Davis, and she gets her hands free. Some lovely offloading here from Met. That was Molly Thomas there with the latest. Singleton. Victon-Powell. Lovely offload, but Anne Winowen can't quite pick it up, and we'll go back for a scrum. And the Met, yeah, the accuracy's just letting them down in the second half.
Yeah, they've not quite got into their flow in the second half. I think a lot of changes, maybe struggling for a little bit of cohesion, and it has been quite start-stop at times. So yeah, they're just they're going to look to get back in their groove. But also Edinburgh have come out with a bit of impetus and have made life quite difficult for them to get things moving.
Yeah, I think we can probably give more credit to Edinburgh than sort of, you know, throw any shade on Met.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I think you know, we've seen with you know, with what Cardiff Met have brought today. And this is where the home advantage pays massive advantage, Reece. You know, we've seen at home, like we mentioned, long trip, and yeah, Met have taken advantage of that. And they've completely played with real aggression, real passion all day.
Charlotte Forsbury is going to need to be replaced. The medic made the international replacement signal thing there, that roll of the fingers. Suggests their game is over. Shoulder injury. So we're just having a break in play here. She's been quite prominent though, I think. On in her place is Sarah Jones.
Yeah, I think Forsbury can be really proud of what she's output today. It's been a tough day in those central areas, and yeah, she's kept battling all day. And yeah, fair play to her. Looked in a fair bit of discomfort, but yeah, good performance.
So Edinburgh have got a scrum on the Met 10-metre line. Still time for them to get back into this game, although it looks increasingly unlikely, as Met win a penalty from the scrum. Hannah Walton penalised. Closest to us there, off her feet. As Jess Rogers with a good carry over the halfway line. Singleton. Into Victon-Powell. EC Cantrell picks a line. Victon-Powell's on her outside. She finds her. And there is the replacement on her in. Back inside. But the ball just evades the hands of Cantrell. And for the first time in this second half, Cardiff Met got a bit of momentum there. And just not quite accurate with the final pass.
Yeah, some really quick, fast-paced rugby there. Some nice offloads, and yeah, we saw what EC Cantrell can really bring. And yeah, it's just, again, these backs have just caused Edinburgh an absolute nightmare of a day today.
Lovely line from Cantrell, finds her centre partner, and went in. A pretty good pass inside, but a difficult ball to catch there for Cantrell, and just evades her grasp. And But yeah, good attacking from Met there, and the first time in the second half that they really ignited. As the scrub is fairly stable, and that allows the hooker come centre Millie Whitehouse to charge, but good work. Well, good work at the breakdown. Forced the referee into giving the penalty for in at the side, and now what will Met do here? You'd think they'd go for a tap and go. It's usually their preferred option.
Yeah, EC looks lined up to get things moving.
Although Amy Williams has got a boot that can find touch, and yep, that's what they're going to do instead. They're going to go for touch. They're going to try and get that more rumbling. It's good footballing skills from Lucy McRae to try and keep that in.
Yeah, it's Amy Williams obviously showing her footballing ability there, but yeah, Met are back on the front foot now, and yeah, party is restored, and yeah, we're back to where we were, and yeah, it's just a case of Met continuing to force the issue here. We saw a great tackle as well with that turnover from Savannah Picton-Powell. Just like to highlight her because, had a look to be struggling in the first half with an injury. Went down with that right leg, and the way she's come back and the power she's played with today has been outstanding.
In successfully. Maisie Davis is on the charge. Maisie Davis gets it. Oh,
what a hit, Reese.
Round the corner comes the replacement, Molly Thomas. Singleton. It's a lovely ball into Maisie Davis. Will she get there? She will. What a score for Maisie Davis.
Absolutely outstanding. I mean, since she's come on the pitch, she's really, really been powerful off the ball and on it. And yeah, such a huge drive there. Shrugging off two Edinburgh heads to find a way over the try line.
Yeah, some happy faces in the crowd there. Happy faces on the pitch as well. Maisie Davis showing her experience there. She's had good involvement with the Welsh national team in the recent weeks. And yeah, that's clearly rubbed off there. A lovely line. It took two to try and stop her. They couldn't. She found her way to that line. As EC Cantrell went for the drop goal there, which actually went wide.
Yeah, just called. Looking to speed things up, which is yeah.
I'm not sure anyone would be too happy about that.
No, but yeah, that just shows their mentality. How aggressive they've been all day, and yeah, they're looking to just keep things moving. And yeah, they've been relentless, absolutely relentless.
Well, that's the end of the game for Nia Grundy and Sarah Singleton. Both have been extremely prominent. And Zyla Craig and Lily Brand come on as EC Cantrell gets the ball. Into a high tackle there, but Craig goes into Picton-Powell. She'll go to the boot chip. It's high. It's well gathered. And off to Sarah McCormack, who looked to go wide, and is Lucy McRae. First receiver is Siobhan McGinley, as it so often is for Edinburgh. Another good offload. Oh, that's a good hit there from Cantrell. Read that play beautifully. Again, Met working hard in defence. Edinburgh working hard to try and find a gap in the attack. Not entirely sure how the ball ended up there, but knock on is called and Edinburgh will get the ball back.
Yeah, keeping things moving. Obviously, we've seen a lot of changes now. Isla Craig coming on and Amon Owen. Yeah, but yeah, we want to keep this energy up, and yeah, that's the way to do it. Get fresh faces, get fresh bodies on the pitch, and yeah, Met are ready to go again.
Let's go, guys, let's go.
Well, I'm not sure if EC Cantrell will want to see this one back. Not her finest moment.
I do, yeah, I respect the ambition though, quite a rogue choice to a drop goal. But yeah, again, she's had a pretty astounding day all round. So I'm sure we can let her off.
Yeah, we'll let her off that. So anybody to feed then? Rhea Clark, the co-captain. Sure, she just said some words at half time to her team. Out into the midfield. McRae carries, good tackle from Cadtrell and Mugabe. Mugabe gets up and looks to tackle again. This is wide. McCormack is felled, but felled illegally, says the referee. High tackle there by the replacement, Amwyn Owen. Penalty advantage, so they can play it wide, and they do. And it's into the hands of Hannah Walker, who is a dangerous player. But that's a brilliant tackle from Picton Powell.
What a tackle. Again, she's just been absolutely everywhere today. And yeah, absolutely massive hit there.
As Met won the ball back there, but the referee will go back for the penalty. But yeah, some good face play from Edinburgh there, I think.
Yeah, not a malicious high tackle from Amwyn Owen, but yeah, it was high, and yeah, they were penalised.
Well, we spoke to the coach before the game, and she mentioned that they want to play with physicality and width. And I don't think they have for a lot of this game, but in the second half, I think they have managed to more often. As this was a good bit of a play actually from Hannah Walker. She's actually had a good experience in Cardiff this season already. She got a hat-trick against Cardiff University down the road in Llanrumney, so yeah, not quite so.
Yeah, very familiar with the place.
Yeah, not quite so so good today. Also, such a good day for her today, but yeah, she'll be hoping to get on that score sheet at least, like all wingers do.
She's been a bright spark though, and yeah, they really did miss her influence when she did go into the bin. So yeah, I think she can be proud of what she's offered today, and they need to get her on the ball more.
The maul is being disrupted well by the match here. They're over it now, but the ball has come back on the side of Edinburgh. Abby Clark into... Oh, that's a big hit from Maisie Davis.
Maisie Davis has been absolutely omnipresent since making her way onto the pitch. Just every tackle, every carry, she's involved.
Referee just had to stop the game there because there's a head injury to Hannah Walton. So well done, the referees there spotted it and yeah, stopped the game. And player safety is important. Player safety is paramount, and yeah.
Yeah, we'd like to think, right, you see Met gathering, yeah, just having a quick team talk, reconvene with each other, and yeah, I'm sure they'll just be saying, keep things going as they are, you know, keep the pressure up. Because there was a 10-minute stint within the start of the second half where they did take their foot off the pedal slightly, and yeah, I think the changes, bringing people like Isla Craig and players like Maisie Davis on, has got them back on the front foot, and yeah, we've seen Met at their free-flowing best in the last 5-10 minutes.
You mentioned players like Maisie Davis. Maisie Davis there, you can see her just in the middle of that shot. She was just speaking to the team there. Clearly a real leader within this group, but she's got experience at the highest level now as well to bring in. And I think she's really shown it since coming on. She's been really bright and a real physical presence, and probably holding her hand up to say, actually, I can start up in Hartbury next week if the Met manage to get this over the line.
Yeah, no, I'm sure that's what they're playing for now as well. You know, these players, they're playing for the spot in the semi-finals. You know, it's a massive challenge, Hartbury, but I'm sure they'll all be relishing it. You know, the prospect of a final again, potentially last ever game. So you know, they're playing for places, and you know, they're playing for their futures in a sense.
But what a team to test your sense against potentially as well in Hartbury. They won the league. They won the championships and the league last year, so they are the dominant force in women's university rugby at the moment. So what an opportunity for those players now in the next 15 minutes just to put their hand up. The replacement's coming on, just to put their hand up and say, actually, I should be in the starting 15 for that one because I've got the quality to go up against the Hartbury.
Yeah, definitely. You know, and just to be a part of that squad as well, you know, potentially it would be a massive honour for these. And, you know, like we mentioned, it is a massive challenge. It is, you know, they are such a behemoth within women's rugby, Hartbury. But, yeah, it's one that they've got to relish, and they've got to think of it as an opportunity rather than a challenge.
I'm sure Lisa Newton will be stressing from a position up in the gantry. Oh, actually, I think she's touchline now. But not to concede, to keep Edinburgh out in this last 15 as the ball finds its way into the midfield for Edinburgh. Good tackle from Amon Owen, but she's penalised there for not releasing. Ray McDonald goes quickly. Isla Craig definitely wasn't 10 there. She might go for the bin for that. But Edinburgh play on for now. McGinley looking to work their way towards the Met line. Ro McPherson takes it into the contact. Abby Clark. Edinburgh looking to go wide. Picked up by the replacement Sarah Jones. Oh, it's a really good tackle from Maisie Davis again.
She is just creating a highlight reel of big tackles within the second half.
As the referee goes back for the penalty, Maisie Davis there just completely halted. And yeah, as we suspected, Isla Craig sent to the bin there for that. You can't do that. It was pretty cynical from her.
Yeah, just looking to hold Edinburgh there on the tap and go. And yeah, it's a fair yellow card, and the ref is completely justified.
Edinburgh off. Hannah Walton takes it into towards the 5 metre line, but they're going wide. And it's out now to Millie Whitehouse. Sarah Jones over the 5 metre line. They're really close now, Edinburgh. Player up as well. Abby Clark. McGinley. Abby Clark. They got a number wide if they can use it. It is wide. Cut back against the grain. Erin Neal. Whitehouse again. Referee's played an advantage. Referee threatened to blow, but he senses that Edinburgh still got this opportunity for this phase. As McGinley takes them up to within a metre. That turnover was legal, but the referee has gone back for the original offence.
Yeah, unlucky for Amon Owen because that was a really, really opportunistic moment, and yeah, getting that turnover. But yeah, fair enough to go back to the advantage here. But Edinburgh making all the right decisions there, pushing the ball wide, looking for gaps, but Meta just too quick, too sharp, and yeah, recover well on our left side.
So we might see the yellow card back in a minute for Isla Craig. We got to stop it. We got an injury stoppage at the moment. Lucy McRae is down, so we're just waiting for her. It's been a really physical encounter, but yeah, we're going to look at this now. As you can see, I don't know what 10 metres, no, Isla Craig thinks 10 metres is, but it's a bit further back than that.
Yeah, I can understand the impulse, you know, looking to hold Edinburgh, but yeah, he can't get away with them, and yeah, fully justified yellow card.
So when McRae does return to her feet, we will have an opportunity for Edinburgh to finally get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, looks like they're sounding for a change on Lucy McRae.
Yeah, at the end of her day, I think they're going to make this change as well. Yep. Taking their time with it.
Yeah, this already stretch squad being expanded further.
As Natasha Logan crashes towards the line. Will Edinburgh get their first score? Finally to break their duck. Really good defence. Is the ball down? The referee says held up.
Held up.
And that is magnificent work. And you see the mentality there of Cardiff Met. They're 39 points up, and they celebrated that like their lives depended on it. That's brilliant work from Met.
Yeah, it takes a certain type of team to be working that hard and that resolutely when you've got 39 points on your opponent. Absolutely outstanding defence and mentality.
Come back though. Sarah Jones. Another good carry from her. She's been prominent since coming off the bench. Into Melissa Taylor, very fresh on the pitch. And that.
Great turnover from her again. Just, finding the ball there. And, defence has just been such a key aspect of why things have gone so right for Met today.
As Cantrell misses touch there. Mugabe is after Melissa Taylor, but she gets away, and Cantrell at the end wraps her up. Abby Taylor. Maisie Davis with the tackle. Davis is over that one. As she got it. Not quite. Rhea Clark. It's a good tackle from Killian Hubbard though. The space wide though. It's kicked forward. Amy Williams has got to cover this one. Hannah Walker's after it. Amy Williams covers well. Is wrapped up well though by Hannah Walker. But Maisie Davis, a reliable carrier. But about to penalised. Maisie Davis a bit isolated there. And is yellow carded for slowing the ball down. The no-nonsense referee once again. Not taking any mess in. Maisie Davis attempted to slow down the Edinburgh players. She's penalised and Met down to 13.
Yeah, moving quick again. Looking to find a hole through Natasha Logan.
It's into Hannah Walton. She's up towards the line. Is she over it? She is. And Edinburgh, after 73 minutes, finally break their duck. And they're on the score sheet through the replacement, Hannah Walton.
Yeah, just relentless pressure there. And the two-player advantage, I think, coming into play there. But Edinburgh have earned those points. In the second half, they've come out as a reinvigorated side, and just completely hammering home and finding a way through.
Yeah, well, they've got something to take home now. The long trip back up to Edinburgh.
Yeah, I think they've shown real character in this second half, and we see Natasha Logan with the carry to start things off, and they move things quickly. They keep things going. And it's been a theme of the second half, charging through the middle a little bit more, using the forwards, and great try from Hannah Walton, finding it home.
Siobhan McGinley looking to add the extras. Mugabe's put the pressure on and charging it down. Just magnificent, Mugabe. That's the relentlessness of this Cardiff Met team.
Yeah, she hasn't stopped all day, and barely looks tired, truthfully, which is astounding. She's to do that when you're 34 points up takes a certain type of player, and Mugabe holding Edinburgh from a mere 2 points.
Well, there's been a number of examples today of rugby IQ, high good rugby IQ from Cardiff Met. We think of the EC Cantrell try, and now I think of that from Denai Mugabe. Chesley Colby there. She wasn't going to allow Siobhan McGinley to have the easy way out. And really good from Mugabe. Met got penalised again, though. The referee's really not happy with Cardiff Met at the moment. Painted all the wrong pictures to him as McGinley looks to go wide. Picked and go. That's a good surge forward from Edinburgh. Oh, that's a fantastic tackle though. Met still remaining aggressive as the crowd ramp up the noise.
Yeah, they know Met are under the cosh here. They need a boost, and they're looking to provide that.
Well, they also know they've got a good trip to Hartbury to look forward to in a couple of weeks, but it's a good break from Edinburgh. But unfortunately, Just doesn't quite find the hands of Hannah Walker there. The referee will go back for the penalty though.
Yeah, discipline has been an issue in the second half for Met. Just, giving away silly penalties at times. And, we see the fans in full voice there with a pan, Reece.
That's a fan with a fan.
Fan with a pan. Couldn't have said it better myself. That's on the fly. I like it. Met.
We have fun on Cardiff Met Sport TV.
Oh, we do indeed. And bucks.
Another replacement for Edinburgh, just working through the final members of their bench. They're not particularly large bench, but
yeah, just using all the numbers they have is important. Keep things fresh, but I think they genuinely be such a positive second half for them.
So, it didn't quite go quite so positively there. And Savannah Bickton-Powell now has it. Amon Owen, Amy Williams, deny Mugabe. Mugabe breaks past the tackle. Mugabe into the 22. Mugabe towards the try line. Amon Owen's on her inside. Amon Owen to the line. Amon Owen over the line.
Absolutely outstanding. Deny Mugabe, take a bow. Absolutely blistering pace all the way through on that left side. Taking on 1, taking on 2, 3, 4, it didn't matter. And the offload, and Amon Owen takes the opportunity brilliantly, finishes it for Met, and they're back in motion.
Up to 44 now, the Met, with the conversion to come for Cantrell. Lovely work out wide from Mugabe. The little hitch kick to get away from the first one. The pace, the power to get away from the rest. And then the presence of mind to find Amon Owen. And she gets herself over the line, onto the score sheet.
Yeah, the work of Mugabe there is really the headline, but take nothing away from Amon Owen. Not an easy job to just finish that off, and she's in the right place at the right time to collect the offload, and fights off 1 or 2 Edinburgh players herself to finish the try off.
Can I just remind you, the Met have got 13 players.
I know, it's astounding.
They've just scored a try with 13 players on the pitch.
Yeah, and again, it's that mentality that we've talked about all day. It's just that relentlessness and that continued, just power that they play with, and the aggression. Just keep the ball on the floor, keep things moving, and find the gaps, and that's what they've done all day, and they did it again there.
Not quite successful from Cantrell there. I think they'll be slightly disappointed with their conversion success rate today, the Met. They could have really built up a much bigger score than they had, but 44 at least today, 91 last week. They're racking up some fair old numbers in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's the perfect time to hit a rich vein of scoring form, and it's come at the perfect time. But this is all, this has been in motion for months. This isn't any coincidence, and we're seeing Met get their flowers now.
Cantrell playing scrum half at the moment. Wrapped up there by Hannah Walton, the try scorer for Edinburgh. It's a good guy from Jess Rogers. She's gone quietly about her work for much of the day, but been really solid as a ball carrier for Met, and be really good over at the breakdown as well. Speaking of good at the breakdown, Edinburgh won it back. And the ref penalises Cardiff Met again, and Rhea Clark's off again. But gives it into the hands of EC Cantrell. This is a bonkers finish.
Yeah, I think they'll be seeing EC Cantrell in their dreams. Like, she's just been absolutely everywhere today, and popping up to make the turnover there.
She's over the ball again there, but can't get her hands on it this time. Bolton. Emily Joyce was over that one. Anique Burke into the squad this week for Edinburgh, looking to make a good impact. But that ball is spilled forward. Referee says it was off the knee, I think, so play continues. Yeah, referee signalling off the knee there. As Hannah Walker gets off her wing and gets the ball again. She'd be really busy. Rhea Clark. Mugabe wraps up Sarah McCormack there.
Brilliant from Mugabe there, wrapping up McCormack, and not allowing her to make that extra pass out to the right.
That's Sarah Jones. Cantrell's over it again. Peeling for the penalty. And we've got numbers wide if they can get it there. Walker gives it to Siobhan McGinley. She straightens, gives it out to Melissa Taylor. One more pass would do it. But Amy Williams.
Could be trouble here.
They can't go down to, well, they can't go down to 12 because Isla Craig is coming back on. So that would actually be impossible.
Yeah, some much needed help from Isla to come in there. But yeah, I think, intent from maybe Williams to make the tackle. But yeah, that yellow card.
Yellow card, penalty try.
Yeah, justified.
It must be Christmas because the referee's got his cards out.
I like it.
And yeah, Amy Williams, not the way she'd have wanted to end the game. She's been so good today. But yeah, that's the final act.
Yeah, I don't think that'll diminish her performance. But we see here on the replay, yeah, Edinburgh, just so many numbers out wide. This is a result of only having the 13 on the pitch for Met. And Williams, fair decision, certainly a penalty try, and obviously a yellow card as a result. But top stuff from Edinburgh there to force the issue and force Met into those errors.
So, we're in the red, so I've got no idea how long we've got left as Cantrell finds her way up to the 10-metre line. They got another number wide here. Ruth Egerton inside to McGinley. She's got to do so much work to flank her. I think she could be really happy with her performance throughout the whole 80 minutes as Met win the ball back. Cantrell straightens up. It's an aggressive tackle on her. In fact, it's turned into more of a rip tackle than a tackle. But in the end, the ball makes its way to ground. Out into the replacement, Molly Thomas. Emily Joyce, Isla Craig into Cantrell. Cantrell flings it into Savannah Picton-Powell. Picton-Powell kicks and gets after it. McGarvey's after it too. Picton-Powell picks up. It's a brilliant pickup.
Almost with one hand, that Reese. Outstanding, really teasing kick from Picton-Powell.
Now it's Cantrell into the 22. Ball went backwards, says the referee. Isla Craig into the forwards. It's out into Lily Brand. Lily Brand up over the 5-metre line. Can the Met get a score right at the end here? Paige Jones into Isla Craig, and the try is given. And Cardiff Met got another one through the replacement scrum half, Isla Craig.
Yeah, really rectifies for her error earlier and getting the yellow card. Really opportunistic, waiting on the right side, and just sneaking the ball into the corner there. Another score for Met. Again with 13 players. Their resilience and their energy today has just been second to none. Outstanding.
Yeah, well, on the basis that Met are going back towards their own half, I've suggested we've still got time here. Some happy faces in the crowd there. As really good work actually from Molly Thomas. Gets it wide to Lily Brand. A good carry from herself. And then Isla Craig running the good support line, like all good scrum half should. Paige Jones finds her. And Paige Jones gets the assist again. You don't really have assists in rugby, but
no,
if you were to, she would have 2 today.
Yeah, no, good connecting from those two there. Just identified Craig that space on the right, and Jones, like she has all day, making the right pass, and Met get the rewards.
So, EC Cantrell looking to add the extras. It's a good kick. It's a really good kick from EC Cantrell.
Warren, that is unbelievable. We've had 2 kicks from EC Cantrell, missed from the centre of the pitch. She has probably the hardest kick of the day on the right side, over there about 30-40 yards out, and just beautifully put over the post. Outstanding.
And, the Met over the half century as Cantrell sets off, but knocks it on. Scrum here for Edinburgh into the dying embers now What a kick.
Unbelievable. I'm in shock. And sure he slightly is too as well. But yeah, great moment. She's had a great game today, and on all fronts. You know, and her leadership is invaluable for the squad, and having her back from injury is just so big going into these playoffs.
What was really noticeable in the spell when they had 13, oh, they still do, but in that spell, she really stepped up and took a lot of ownership for playing scrum half as Abby Bruce takes the ball into the contact. Met penalised again, not rolling away there. Maisie Davis, she's on a yellow, she can be careful as Edinburgh into the 22. Ray Clark. Edinburgh continue to work their way forward. Whitehouse into Isla Ronald. Hannah Walton looking to get another try. They've got numbers wide if they can use them. It's loose, but it's regathered by Hannah Walker. Isla Ronald evades Kissinger. Emily Joyce was over it. It looked like she might get the turnover there, but well cleared out in the end. McPherson, well tackled by Cantrell. She's building up a bit of a highlight reel today as well. It's wide from Edinburgh. That look forward. Not the referee says. Oh, the referee just said it was forward.
As a judge did. Yeah, again, even with the numbers advantage, Met were stingy there in defence. I think that might be the full-time whistle.
And that is that. Cardiff Met are through to the semi-finals of the Bucks WNL Championships. They've won this game at Cyncoed Campus by 51 points to 12. And Cameron, hit your thoughts on that scintillating performance from Cardiff Met?
Yeah, from a minute go, we saw exactly what Met have been about all year. I mean, it was so much power. It was real running rugby. Get the ball to the backs and really utilise their utilise the wings, utilise the pacey players, utilise their power. And yeah, they found so many gaps, and yeah, they were just too much for Edinburgh. And yeah, in the second half, they really did put in the shift, Edinburgh, and kept things going. But yeah, if Met play like that next week against Hartpury, they'll be a very, very tricky customer.
Yeah, well, keep your eyes on April the 3rd. That's when that semi-final will be played. The Met have got the trip to Gloucester to play Hartpury in a couple of weeks, and they'll be really looking forward to that one. Full of confidence after that performance. Cam, can I ask you for a player of the match?
Ooh, that's. I'm going to have to go with Captain Fantastic. You know, EC Cantrell. I think that kick at the end was just outstanding. I mean, there's so many names. You know, Cyncoed was brilliant. I mean, the Cartwins in the first half, I thought really, just powered Met forward. Amy Williams, some huge tries. But yeah, I think EC, real captain's performance there.
Well, what a way to end your time at Cyncoed Campus. As we look through the highlights here, Amy Williams set the tone from the off. Denai McGarvey with, I reckon that's the worst dive I've ever seen.
That's outstanding.
Finish. But yeah, this obviously a much less glamorous try. From,
but this shows
Rogers.
The two sides of Met today. I mean, they had the pace through the backs, they had the flair, but they also were gritty as well, and they were tough. And that they beat Edinburgh on all fronts.
And the third try of the afternoon came the way of Nia Grundy after good work from Paige Jones there to get the ball off to her. And
yeah, I think a special mention for her as well, playing a big part in a few of the tries, and also playing the full 80 minutes. A real tough performance here at flanker. And yeah, I think all the forwards for Met today really powered through. But yeah, this is a special moment here. EC running home, all on her own on her final game at Cyncoed Campus. What a moment for her, and yeah, what a moment for Met.
And this is Edinburgh's. A little flurry here. Took them a while, but they finally got on the score sheet.
Yeah, in the second half they really did, come out reinvigorated and made things tougher for Met. Really forcing the issue and forced a couple of yellow cards. But I thought Met stayed strong. really strong, and yeah, we can see powering through. It's Natasha Logan there with a big car. She played a big part in keeping things moving for Edinburgh, I thought, and Hannah Walton there with the carry. She played a big part off the bench. So yeah, I think they can be proud of how they came back in the second half, but I think overall they'll be a little bit disappointed with how their trip's gone, of course.
I mean, what a try this was. Denai McGarvey, electric. And yeah, lovely pass inside to Ramin Owen, who yeah, tricky finish to that.
Yeah, definitely. It's you know, it wasn't simple, but yeah, look at this pace. You know, breaks away, leaves Sarah McCormack in the dust, and finds her way through and gives Amwyn Owen the opportunity to take her home. You know, we talked a lot about her change to winger, but I think we saw exactly what she can offer on that wing today. You know, real pace, and yeah, some of her defensive ability as well within the tackle was outstanding in the breakdown. And yeah, we saw with this try now, you know, Paige Jones, like we mentioned again, outstanding, making that simple pass to Isla Craig, and opportunistic.
And then the cherry on top of the icing, on top of the cake from EC Cantrell with that kick at the end as well. Thought she didn't quite make the montage there, but yeah, what a kick, and what a way to sign off the game and sign off your time at Cyncoed Campus.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get something out for that on Cardiff Met Sport TV within the week. Yeah, huge moment. But yeah, look at Edinburgh there. Some real emotions on show. You know, a lot of these girls' last games potentially for Edinburgh. You know, potentially in rugby, and they did themselves proud. You know, they made a long trip. We made a lot of it. It's a tough feat. You know, this was a Met side that was ready for today, and I think, you know, there's not many rugby sides that would have been able to compete with them. And they worked hard and they played a full 80 minutes, and they've got a lot to be proud of. So yeah, real emotions for them.
Seen some lovely scenes here, actually, some really emotional people. Nicole Marlowe's actually in there as well. Obviously played for Edinburgh Rugby recently in the Celtic Challenge. Was coached actually by Claire Cusack. So yeah, some emotional scenes there from Edinburgh on International Day of Happiness. It's Cardiff Met will be smiling. And now over to you, Steph.
Yeah, International Happiness Day indeed, and yeah, like you said, it is happy vibes here at Cardiff Met. And I'm now joined by Eleanor Snowsill, one of the coaches, the attacks coach here at Cardiff Met. What a game. I'm sure you're happy with what you saw out there today.
Yeah, very happy. Really pleased with the performance. I think it was a whole squad effort. We had a few injuries, quite a few cards. We had to have people playing out of position, people coming back on, and for me the resilience to keep the performance high and finish with a try at the end there was great.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's great as well, knowing that it's a quarter-final, a lot at stake. It could have been the last game of the season. But to show that, as you said, relentless attitude out there, I'm sure you'll all be really pleased with that.
Yeah, and I think for me it was like the support play was really good in that. You know, people making breaks, and then on their shoulder the closest players are Met girls. So that was really good. It's a couple of our older players' last games on Rugby 1, so it was a bit emotional for one of them. For those, our captain EC there, who had an outstanding game today, I thought it's her last game, and you know it was just a nice way to thank the girls for their commitment to the club over the past few years.
Yeah, and talking about some of the the girls that are playing out there today and the development we've seen over the year. You're obviously doing the PDC course here, and someone we'll talk to later, Dan, I have seen you working a lot with them. How important is that to the development of the girls out there and what we've seen in terms of success this season?
Yeah, it's really important. The PDCs are a WRU initiative, and we have quite a few Welsh Met girls on the PDC, and it just gives us that extra opportunity to support them in stuff on pitch and off pitch, and we have the time to sort of give them that support, one-on-one support or small group support. So yeah, it's been really good.
Yeah, and Dan has just run off to have a picture, and you can see behind us now the squad, the team, the effort.
Yeah.
What's next year going to look like now in terms of, is there another rebuild? How many of these girls are going to be there? And is it going to be people like Dan Ivey going to look to build the squad around next year?
There's actually not too many that we're losing. There's a few from the wider squad, but we've a lot of our girls are freshers, first or second years, which is really positive. The challenge for us next season is Celtic Challenge. How do we sort of maintain our standards of rugby and build a wider squad so that when we lose a lot of our players to Celtic Challenge, we can still keep our performances high.
Yeah, and just talk a little bit about Celtic Challenge. How much of a positive do you think it's been for highlighting how great the women's game is in Wales?
It's been brilliant. I think as a whole, as a campaign, both Gwalia and Brython have done really well within it. It's given the opportunity for players to get selected, like Molly Reardon. Probably would have been playing here with us today if she hadn't have been involved in Celtic Challenge, got seen by national squad coaches and is now in the Six Nations squad. So, in that sense, it's been really good. We've seen a huge increase in tempo and skill from the girls who've come back from Celtic Challenge.
I'm going to let you go to that picture because I don't want to let you. Thank you. You're right, sorry. I had to let Eleanor go there to have the picture because the scenes they were all enjoying. But Dana is coming in here now for an interview. We couldn't let you miss out on the picture. But congratulations, first of all. I'm sure you're happy with how the entire team performed.
Yeah, very happy.
But once again, you showed a lot of energy out there. You were, I think I called you a rocket before the game started, and that's how it's felt for a lot of the games this season.
Yeah.
How pleased have you been with what the squad's achieved and what you've achieved this season?
Yeah, I'm very happy. We took quite a few losses towards the end of the coming season last year, and now we just came back after Christmas. We settled down. You saw the points we put up against Durham, and we just wanted to bring it again in the quarters today.
Yeah, and in terms of what happens next now, it might be a little bit different next year in terms of some people leaving, some people going, but you've still got possibly 2 more games to go this season.
Yeah.
How far can you go, and what can this group of girls achieve?
We think we definitely can go to the final. Our process will always be the same: work as hard as we can in training, and then when we get onto game day, we're going through the processes. We don't care what the other team can bring, we're just focusing on what we can do.
Yeah, and you marked your game here today at Rugby 1 with a try.
Yeah.
Talk us through it. We've seen you score some good tries this season, and really picking up the energy and the pace of the team. Talk us through the try.
Yeah, the girls worked hard. Like, I only touched the ball, in the 5 metre line, so that was a team try, not really my try, but I was very happy to get my hands on the ball. Going from 7 to wing, I see the ball a lot less, so I'm just trying to work in more and find my positioning.
Yeah, and I think we've all enjoyed watching you play this season, and I think you've been one of the key parts of this Cardiff Met team. What's next for you? What's the ambition in rugby? Is it, you're working here with people like Eleanor Snowsill who have links to the Welsh squad. Is that something that you would like?
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to play international, and Snowy's been a great asset. All the coaches have, but really helping me try and achieve it and help me, work on the technical things that I need to do.
Yeah, and the big question is, can you go and win it now? You've got a semi-final next, and then possibly a final. What is the ambition?
Yeah, definitely to win it. We know Hartbury's going to definitely come and bring it to us. They always do. But I think we've got something in the bag, and so do they. But it'll depend who wants it more on the day.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it. Go and celebrate with the team, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Well, that's all we have here at Rugby 1, and it's been it's not quite Wednesday night lights, but it still had all the excitement, as I said it would be the case before we kicked off here. It's not the only thing that's been happening around the world of Cardiff Met today. Cardiff Met Football 2s made a trip, and they came away victorious in their final. And our football correspondent Harrison went to find out. So that's all we have time for here at Rugby 1. As always, up the Archers. Let's catch up with the football team.
Come on.